right, we are now live on the YouTubes.
Word out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like I was saying, so sick of winter already. I mean, like yesterday, it was nice. It actually reached like 55 here, and
Yeah.
but today it was cold again, and cold and windy, and that wind coming off the harbor at work. Oh my God, made unloading trucks a little difficult, but what can you do?
Well, you know what? Yeah, I can't even imagine. Actually, I
Yeah,
can't imagine. I don't know what I'm saying. I can't imagine. I've done stuff like that before.
yeah,
But
I hear you.
it's well, you know, it's good. Keeps you when you're doing a little physical work. It's good for you, man.
Yeah. What do you call it here? Have you seen the previews for that new Chris Pratt movie that's going to be on Netflix, The Electric State?
No.
No, I guess it takes place in like a little bit in the future, and I guess they're saying it's not all that great. The Russo
Okay.
brothers who did some Marvel films. Hey, Everscale, what's going on? They did Captain America: The Winter Soldier, and then
Okay.
what do you call it? Avengers. Was it Endgame and oh Jesus, what was the one before that? Well, the last two Avengers films the Russo brothers did, and I guess
Okay.
they're doing this, and what do you call it? I guess it's not doing on. I don't care about that. Let's see. Oh, Infinity War. Thanks, Eversky. I was drawing a blank. And those were like probably two of the best of the MCU films. Still, my favorite out of all the MCU films is Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Phenomenal story and like just great action. I think the Russos they just killed it with that film. But let me pull this
I
up.
think I watched like 10 minutes. When did that movie come out? In like 2007 or 2010 or something? Or
Um, Infinity War was
no, the Winter Soldier one.
Winter Soldier. Yeah, it was like it was like 20 2014, I think. Maybe
Okay.
I think. All right, let me share screen here. All right. The Electric State Rotten Tomatoes score revealed as critics tear into Russo brothers' disappointing movie. I'll have to pull the trailer up after. Mattaween, welcome, sir. How we doing?
Hey, good. How are y'all?
Good.
Hanging in there.
Good.
Not too bad. See, the reviews are in for the Russo brothers' new Netflix movie, The Electric State, and it's not a good start. In fact, it landed the worst Rotten Tomatoes of their career behind You, Me, and Dupree, a movie I never saw and I had no desire to see. That was with Owen Wilson, I think.
Yeah, it's about him and the dog.
Yeah. All right. Following the release of Avengers Endgame in 2019, Russo brothers left the MCU to focus on their own production company, AGBO. Unfortunately, outside of Extraction, those two Netflix films with what do you call it?
Hemsworth.
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth. I'm drawing a blank tonight. Those were really good movies, especially Extraction 2 on Netflix. Oh my God, really, really good. Okay, the content they produce hasn't been particularly well received. Cherry and the Gray Man received largely negative reviews. I heard the Gray Man was good because it was based on a series of books, but I guess some people were disappointed in of course, the book to movie translation. Gray Man, that was with Chris Evans and Ryan Gosling.
Oh yeah, that was on Netflix, right?
Yes, on Netflix.
Yeah.
While Citadel, an Amazon TV series meant to take over the world with regional spin-offs, largely fell flat. Can the Electric State, which is another streaming exclusive for Netflix, turn things around? Based on the first wave of reviews, no. In fact, the movie is taking a mauling from critics and currently sits at a lowly 18% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's worse than both Cherry and The Gray Man. The movie's message about taking a step back from technology to reconnect on a human level is a hackneyed one we've heard countless times before, reads the Hollywood Reporter's verdict, but it's especially rich coming from Netflix, Kingdom of the Algorithm. Variety describes The Electric State as a bland Millie Bobby Brown vehicle and argues that the filmmakers have diluted the source material, showing a clear lack of interest in making their creation just as haunting, searing, and satisfying as the original product. Empire concludes The Electric State loses some of the quiet profundity of the original text, but as a breezily watchable retro-futuristic jolly, it has just enough juice. Empire is a British mag, and you can tell just by the way they write shit. The Guardian, meanwhile, says there's no soul, no originality, just a great big multicolor wedge of digital content. The Independent was similarly unimpressed by a movie they argue is both punishingly obvious and completely incoherent. Interesting. I'll pull up the trailer. I mean, it looked good. I mean, but of course, it's the trailer. Let's see. Because the full trailer just hit a couple days ago. Hold on a second here. Let's go to full screen. And all right, here we go.
$15,000.
Is it loaded?
Yes, sir.
Well, then I'll pay the tip. What's wrong with you?
Took your freaking time, didn't you?
Cool your jets.
I better
Hey, you.
pause it for a bit before I get a copyright strike and all that. So I believe this is based on a book. I haven't read any of it, so I'm coming into this fresh. But apparently, it takes place in the future.
Hands up. Turn around. That a Cosmo bot?
Are you telling me
Stanley Tucci is in this.
that my breakthrough broke out?
This bot knows where to find my brother. I want him back.
Find them!
That looked like Giancarlo Esposito's face in that thing, in that droid. Yeah, I don't know. Millie Bobby Brown. Does anybody know? Isn't she on Stranger Things? I
Yeah.
think on the show Stranger
Yeah,
Things.
she's 11 on there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess she's grown up a little bit.
We have a chance to tear their whole sick system down. Humans and bots fighting against the real enemy.
Oh, I like the way she thinks.
Yeah.
I am not dying to Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch!
I like this song.
This is very effects heavy.
Stuck on this!
Inappropriate.
Really?
Get ready.
I am going to save my brother.
Robots helping humans.
I know, it's nuts. No offense.
Get it all the time.
I'll watch it because I like Chris Pratt and I'm, sci-fi fan. So I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, it looks okay.
Yeah.
Looks all right. I mean, I might put it on just to see what it's about.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a trailer, and they're not. Sometimes trailers do their best to cover up a lot of other stuff that you don't see.
Yeah. Well, they show you like the good parts of it.
Yeah. So it sounds like could be another, what is it, Borderlands kind of a situation where that movie just tanked.
Yeah. I mean, kind of like like a post-apocalyptic thing. I guess there's maybe a robot rebellion. I'll have to pull up the details.
I'll probably watch it. I like Chris Pratt.
Yeah, me too.
He's usually pretty good.
There's one movie coming out. I don't know if you guys have seen the trailer for it. G20 with Viola Davis.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, where she's like the former president.
Oh no, she's the serving president.
Serving president, but she's a badass.
Well, yeah, total girl boss shit. The main villain is the guy who plays Homelander on The Boys.
Yeah.
Wiz, have you don't damn spam calls. Let me silence this shit. Have you seen the trailer, Wiz, for G20?
No.
No. All right, hold on a second. Pull it up here. It came out a couple weeks ago. It's going to be on Amazon, and it's trust me. When I saw it, I was like, "What the hell is this crap?" And all right, let me blow this up. All right, check this out.
Madam President, we have a situation. Ma'am, apprehension is minutes away.
A little much, don't you think, Mom?
Zip it. You and your brother are coming to Cape Town with us.
Why?
You know why.
All you ever care about is work.
Okay. I guess she was in Fallujah. And I bet you they're going to make her out to be this big, savior of Fallujah. And, for her backstory and stuff. So, all right. Let's keep going here.
I implore all world leaders to join me at the G20 summit.
Come on, Madam President.
Oh, damn. Now we gotta go save the world.
We're 20 most powerful world leaders together. Going dark in 3, 2, 1.
Okay. More bullshit with all the security services there with the world leaders, Secret Service, every other nations. And all of us bad guys can just take the place over heavily armed. I mean, of course, we got to suspend disbelief because it's Hollywood bullshit. But yeah, check this out.
To the government's watching, I've taken the G20 by force. When we launch Project Deepfake, we will reset the world's financial markets. You gotta read the words exactly as written. Quick beige fox. Quick beige fox. Quick beige fox. Now we control the narrative.
Guarantee this is going to make all the men look like idiots, and all the women are going to be the smart ones, and they're going to save the day. I mean, I can guarantee this movie was made, because they thought Kamala Harris was probably going to be the president. So they gotta, put for. Oh, did we lose Mataween?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
shit.
dropped off.
My husband and kids are missing. We have to find them. If you want to live, you'll follow my lead.
Now you're Captain America.
Okay.
That was quite well done.
They've got at least 5 hostages.
Okay. Beaten guys that are like twice her size, armed in an elevator. Welcome back, Mataween, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. And then
Just in the
come
kitchen.
on.
Your survival is what matters most.
I will not leave them.
Drop it! Guns, 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 guns.
Okay.
President Danielle Sutton. You get around, don't you?
I'll get around to you too.
Mom, I can help.
Lights up.
Find her.
Where are my husband and kids?
We're all here together.
I'm gonna get you out of here.
What if we get you into a comfortable pair of heels?
Do you want an honest answer?
Yeah. So what? Total girl boss shit or what?
Mataween's definitely going to go see that.
I'm there, front row, center.
So excited to see Michael Obama as the
Yeah,
U.S. president.
Yeah,
Big
I was
Mike.
going to say that. Right?
Yeah. I mean, and they wonder like why people are tuning out, why people don't go to the movies or watch certain things. I'll watch it
It's such a
just to do just to see how fucking outrageous it's going to be. I don't know. So stupid.
well, possibly it could be so terrible that it's enjoyable. Maybe that's what they're going for.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Have you ever
It's a
seen?
paycheck.
Do you remember the movies Sharknado?
Oh yeah, the Sharknado movies. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my
well,
God.
they were generating. People were saying how dumb it is, and then they just stayed. It's almost like an experiment, and people would just sit there and start watching them,
Oh yeah,
talking about how bad
I've
they
seen
are.
them
But they
all.
would watch them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Well, then it worked on you.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they would just the Sci-Fi Channel made them, and
Yeah,
I was like, I remember when the first one came out, I'm like, oh my God, because that's when Sci-Fi Channel was making all these like disaster and monster movies, and I'm like, okay, what the hell is a Sharknado? And then I was like, oh my God, and I had to watch all the others like just to see how much more outrageous they would get. And yeah, I mean, good time wasters,
Yeah.
So yeah, it was kind of funny. Just so outrageous.
I think sci-fi realized how bad it was, and the cult, the cult classic kind of,
Yeah.
ironic. Everybody's wanting to watch it because it's so bad. They just leaned into it.
I remember one they made. Oh my God, it was so bad. It starred, one of the stars in it was guy played Paulie Walnuts on The Sopranos, and the movie was Jersey Shore Shark Attack.
Oh geez.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know who wins that one.
Yeah, it was so bad. It was really bad, and yeah, it's just like, I mean, how the hell do these things get made? You know, it's like just so freaking outrageous. You know, I don't know.
And that had Tara Strong in it, or Tara Reid, excuse me.
Tara Reid was in the Sharknado films.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the reason to watch right there.
Yeah, as a matter of fact,
Yeah.
in one of them, was it the second one? I think. She lost her hand, and she got a prosthetic with it was a chainsaw.
Yeah. Going
the
Living Dead.
And then there were all the different celebrity cameos in all the different ones. Every single Sharknado, there was like different celebrities from movies and television. Even they had the people from the Today Show on there.
Everybody wanted in on it. Yeah.
Yeah, and Matt Lauer was on one of them before he got canned for sexual harassment or some shit.
Before he went off to the Afghan battlefront.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah. So it was just, oh my God. Those movies were nuts. But they don't have them anymore. All they do is show like repeats of movies. Every time you put Sci-Fi Channel on now, it's like they're always showing the Harry Potter films.
Yeah.
You know, like I have no
the catalog is diminished.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Oh, didn't fourth episode of House of David come on last night?
It did. I watched it before I went to bed.
Okay, how was it? I haven't watched it.
It was good. It's still hanging in there.
Okay.
No major action in this one. This was more the part of the story where Saul has lost his mind. He's kind of going
okay,
cuckoo.
Yeah.
And this is pretty accurate. Somebody, I think it's either his wife or his daughter, Michael, decides that they need somebody to come play music and soothe his mind. And she saw David, she saw him singing in that previous episode. So they send for him and take him in with one of his brothers into the Jerusalem or wherever it was.
Yep.
And so he's playing for Saul and he's soothing Saul's mind. And so it's more of that story. And a lot of one-on-one time with him and his daughter, Michael or McCall.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to catch it this weekend.
Yeah. Man, there's a lot to watch. I mean, I'm caught up on Reacher. I watched that last night and I watched House of David. But
I haven't started the new season yet.
Oh gosh. Okay. It's not the best, but it's got some good ones. There's some scenes where you're like, yeah.
Okay.
Being his typical self.
Oh, of course.
And then 1923 just started. I do enjoy it. So I gotta catch up on that.
Paramount Plus, right?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I never got into Yellowstone.
I didn't either.
Or any of the spin-offs.
But the 1923 of all the spin-offs is probably my favorite. 1883 was okay, except for
the 1923. That's the one with Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe I should start.
Probably why I like it too.
Okay. Yeah, they're two of my favorites. I've always liked Helen Mirren, and of course, Han Solo.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to do it 1963. Seems like they're going every 40 years.
Oh, who knows?
Yeah.
I thought they're doing the Yellowstone spinoff with Beth and Rip.
Oh, sure. That's two of the most popular characters.
And then what it called? I guess was it the older guy Lloyd? I think the
maybe
yeah. I think he's going to be in it as well. So, I mean, they're going to have years of material. It looks like.
Apparently.
Yeah. Have you guys seen the trailer for that movie Warfare? From A24.
Yeah, this is it also an Alex Garland?
Yes. Because one of the technical advisors that worked with him on Civil War, Ray Mendoza, retired Navy SEAL. I guess he's writing and directed this, and it's supposed to play out in real time. And it's all, I guess, based on actions, all based on memory. From people that were there, I guess his unit. So let's pull this up. What do you call it? Is what's his name? He was in the last Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Will Powder. He's in it.
Yeah.
I forget a few of the other stars. Cosmo Jarvis, who was just in the Shogun series on Hulu last year. He's in it.
Yeah.
So, all right. And here we go. You guys hear the sound?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Going well. That's that new guy energy.
Oh, he's back. That's the fourth fucking time he's done that.
So peeking and probing.
Peeking with serious intent to probe.
Alpha 2, we might have guys starting to move on our position.
Copy. We're getting a buildup of activity here, too.
Yeah, I definitely see weapons at this point.
Yeah, we have definite massing.
Redman 08 is profane. We're seeing activity converging to your north and south.
This is Frogman 6 Romeo. We need evac at our last known position.
We have severely wounded. Who's the severely wounded? It's not you. It's me. Who is it?
No, it's not.
Who is it?
I gotta pause it to avoid copyright shit.
Copy. One word. Contact 2. You coming to you or you coming to us? Stand by.
Mark 48.
We'll let you know when we're inbound.
Let's move!
Here's the plan.
EA, 5 minutes, over.
The scouts are going to lead us out, and I'm bringing up the rear. Pop smoke. Smoke out. We are all coming back.
OP1, they are en route to you.
3 minutes out! 3 minutes!
Eyes on me and only me. Has anyone looked at you? I'm fucked up.
2 minutes out! 2 minutes!
Where are you guys?
Look for the blood and the smoke.
Multiple bad guys trying to get to our position. Inbound! Inbound! Find cover! 1 minute out! 1 minute!
We have enemy on our building and all surrounding buildings.
Roger that. Stand by. Going hot.
You gotta get ready, man. This is gonna hurt.
On my count. 1, 2, 3.
What do you think?
Man, I tell you, if that's half as good as Civil War, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Looks intense.
Yeah, it should be interesting. I'm definitely going to see it.
Yeah, it looks
Reminds
like
me
they
of
did a good job.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Madaway.
I was going to say, it reminds me of that game that you and Star Wars dog played.
6 Days in Fallujah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Close quarters.
I'd like to know where they filmed it because that's what the buildings and all looked like.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was pretty intense. So I'll definitely be seeing it. They had like a little behind the scenes thing a couple days back, talking with some of the actors and stuff, and why they why they did the movie and stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. There's really, I mean, not much that I want to see this year. At least movie wise right now.
Well, if you get to see one good movie, that's good, right?
Yeah, I mean, you used to go to the movies all the time. Especially like when my niece and nephew were growing up. Took them, like see all the Marvel movies and different animated films, and then just as they got older, we started seeing different movies and all that. And yeah, now I think I went to the theater maybe 3 or 4 times last year. That's it. There wasn't much I wanted to see. I mean,
yeah, I think that writer's strike put a lot of stuff back last year.
Yeah, that hit a lot of production.
Yeah. I think, I'm probably like you. I didn't go as much last year. I know for sure I saw Civil War, and that was really good.
Yeah.
Everything else was sort of second
Civil
best.
War, Dune Part 2.
Oh, yeah, forgot about that.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
All right, yeah.
Saw that. And I think I might be forgetting one. I can't remember. But yeah, like look at Andor season 2, how the strikes hit that. I guess they had like half the season filmed, I think, before the strikes, and then the strikes hit. Then they had production was paused for, geez, how long were those strikes? A few months?
Yeah, but it probably 6 months. And I know Tony Gilroy, when the strikes really started happening, he was still trying to work on some writing and stuff for it. And he took a lot of heat for that.
Yeah.
Because they're like, hey, you're not showing solidarity with your cinema, your Actors Guild and all that.
With,
so
with the union and all that or whatever.
So he kind of put the pencil down.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that even with that delay, that they were able to do a lot of thinking on what they're going to do when they resume, and made it the best it can be, because we're getting like 4 movies out of this thing.
Yeah. So
in a month. So every week we're going to see a Star Wars mini movie.
Yeah, I mean they're releasing 3 episode block.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to work. I think that's going to work really, really.
I think so. I think it's encapsulated. It gets it kind of goes. It has a beginning and ending of a little arc for every year. That Andor's doing this, and that's what people criticized last time. Is it was too slow of a burn.
Yeah, it took a little while to get going, but I like it because it's set itself apart from the other Disney Star Wars productions, because they're filming on real sets, like on actual locations. And I mean, don't get me wrong, the volume and all that looks phenomenal. But there's something about like a practical set, on location, and Tony Gilroy's writing, is just especially Luthen's like speech to that Imperial officer.
Yeah.
I mean, writing like that, I mean, I haven't seen in the other series. So
no, this is adult writing.
Yes, you hit the nail on the head, sir.
Yeah.
It's too bad they didn't take some of that and have that in all the kids shows. That you can still make a kids show and have good writing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, okay, I know I'm not the biggest Dave Filoni fan, but like, look at the writing he did, like for the Clone Wars series, which was great. And then like writing for Rebels. I love the Rebels series. So I think that's his forte. He should stick with animation.
Yeah, but why, if he can write well hold on a second, Bobby, if he can write well in these other shows, why can't he write well in a live action show? It's not, if your writing is good, it shouldn't be that different.
Yeah. but like things tend to translate a little different in animation. I think you're a little I don't know if you want to say more free in animation, but I just hope he doesn't follow like the same formula like with Mandalorian and Grogu the movie, or like the things with space witches and all this crap. I know Jon Favreau said that he's already got all of Mandalorian season 4 written, but we're probably not going to see that till like 2027 because the movie isn't coming out until next year.
Yeah.
So, like, will usually like you have a TV season lead into a movie. Will the movie lead into the new season? I mean,
right.
Are
they going to continue it on from there or cut it off?
Yeah.
Or we really don't know. I mean, we really have no long-term solid, greenlit kind of plans. We have announcements, but
yeah,
we'll see how those go.
And like Star Wars news isn't even like nothing's trickling out. I see Everscale. Yep, because there was a beginning and an end. This is true. I mean, Celebration is next month, so there'll be all kind of stuff revealed at Celebration. But we got to wait in like what it's the 7th. We got to wait like a month before we get any kind of like official news for ongoing films, movies, and then of course they talk about book, comic, and toy releases and all that, which I'm looking forward to as well. But like still no word about the next the Rey movie, which I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's happening.
No, I don't. I don't even know if Daisy really thinks it's happening. She's sort of probably getting tired of getting asked.
I guess her new movie is getting pretty bad reviews.
Oh yeah.
Was it The Cleaner?
Yeah.
It's like a female-led Die Hard.
Yeah.
Movie.
Speaking of that, if you want to look at that link I sent in the chat.
Oh yeah.
It's a pretty long article. I'll just give you the gist of it though. Is this Annenberg Society or whatever? They track. They're real strong into the feminist.
Okay.
Women's, the Me Too movements and the whatever else you want to call it, but they do a lot of focus on Hollywood and what they consider feminine or the patriarchy in cinema. But this article says in 2024, of the top 100 movies, 54 of them had a female lead or co-lead, which is higher than the previous year. They're about 20% or whatever. So they're touting that as a victory for women. With Paramount, United, I think it was United they had like 67% of their biggest movies were women.
Oh yeah, United Artists. Yeah,
United Artists.
Yep. Okay.
So
though when they did have female characters that could actually kind of carry it a little bit was do you remember the movie Mrs. and Mr. Smith or whatever?
Yeah.
Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. That was a funny movie though, right? Like we sort of had she could carry the role as sort of a female that could,
right.
They were okay, you know what I mean? But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean they're touting those percentages.
Yeah,
they're all proud of the percentages and all, and it's how it's growing. But I would take quality over quantity any day.
Yeah.
Just to throw it out there to say there's I'll just go. I mean, I will say either way, male or female lead.
Yeah.
If it's not good, we just looked at this this movie that's coming out on Netflix with Millie Bobby Brown, who is still pretty famous for Stranger Things.
Yeah, because I
is
think
it
they
gonna be
start
good or not?
filming a new season this year.
Yeah, I think this one is where the kids are putting their kids through college or something. It's been out so long.
Oh,
You know,
cool.
these kids are no longer in high school. They can't. This is
Okay.
getting to like 80s, 70s, and 80s sitcom level
Yeah.
of where the actors are, you know, in their late 20s playing teenagers.
Yeah.
It's getting ridiculous.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, that's a trip. But yeah, like even like on lunch today, I was looking around, like just trying to find news, Star Wars related or whatever, and it's the same thing. You know, it's just everybody's repeating like the same news. So I guess we all have to wait. I don't pay attention to the things like with you know, like I say on Doomcock or whatever. Not that I'm knocking the guy, but just, you know, oh, my Hollywood source, you know, my Hollywood insider, and like, yeah, oh, okay, yeah, right. You know, or you start going off into like was it Mike Zero territory?
Oh, brother.
You know, where it's just like total BS, you know.
What's his name? Zerar? Zerar? Isn't it
Zero.
is it
Mike Zero. Yeah,
I thought
but
it
he
was
spells
Zeroh.
it. He spells it like Zeroh. Yeah. So, but yeah, you know, I've seen some of that guy's stuff, and just
I remember watching him like 3 or 4 years ago, and he would just like, they're gonna bring out this. It's gonna come out in a new way. And then he'd just go on. And on.
He's got this cadence that same cadence. And Knee-Pain did a video about him a few months ago where he's like, I mean, take his whatever he says with a grain of salt, but his videos are so consistently and tightly edited to where they're less than 10 minutes. They're all about 9.5 minutes.
Yeah.
And they're all the same format. It's the same cadence. It's like it's cookie cutter. And he's found a way to, you know, manipulate the algorithms to make a living out of it.
What did he say about Kathy? Kennedy? I mean, I haven't watched him in a few years, but I mean, I think the last thing I saw of him talking about Kathy Kennedy was somebody sent it to me and like, oh, have you seen this? I guess at the last celebration, they were supposed to have like this big send off for her. Because was it the last Indiana Jones movie was coming out, and they're that's going to be her last hurrah at Lucasfilm, and they're going to like have a celebration of her career at Star Wars Celebration, and no, that didn't happen. So that I think that was the last thing I ever saw from Mike Zero.
Well, in all fairness, when you know the failure of the Indiana Jones movie, you're not going to have like 10 years ago that she was okay.
Yeah.
Well, eventually you're going to be right. You know, Bobby.
Yeah, because
Bobby, I'm making a prediction right now. You're going to retire someday.
Yeah.
My source tells me that Bobby's going to retire someday.
If I could,
one of these days I'm going to be right.
I would. I'm tired. I'm just done with working.
Nick, what's the news on the toy front? Anything new coming out that you've heard for Star Wars?
They got the what the hell is his name? Mo Madan, or the alien in the cantina, Hammerhead. That's how I know him.
Oh yeah.
He's coming out. Yeah, he's coming out on a TBC card, but it's one of these cards though. It's like an oversized card, and they're calling it a deluxe figure.
Okay,
but
I think I saw a video about some of the new stuff coming out.
But yeah, but it's not. It's like it shouldn't be on it. Like even this figure right here, I've got 2 of them because it was on sale, so I picked up another one because I want to do an opener. But like this figure right here should all be on a standard card, and I'm not against these types of cards. I actually kind of like them, but this is something that you would have some sort of actual deluxe. But they're calling this standard figure a deluxe figure now, and it's you know, you get a little bit of flame effects, but you know, you look back let's say a figure like this would now be considered a deluxe figure now.
Oh.
You know what I
Really?
mean? With the extra part, yeah, they would, because you got a coin, you got a spare
Oh.
helmet, you got a fire. They would consider that a deluxe now.
Some value
Like, the
added
world
stuff.
Yeah, but it's not even like,
Not
you know,
even
they're
that.
like, I don't know if it's just their licensing
Oh,
or the cost of manufacturing in you know, in China has just gone up so much now that, you know, but it's weird because there's a lot of other companies, or even within Hasbro, you get tons of accessories. Like you look at the G.I. Joe line,
Yeah.
and if you ever, you know, walk into a Walmart and you'll see that in their classified line, I don't own any of them, but they've got, you know, tons of accessories. I only got I picked up 3 of those classic card G.I. Joe figures, but
Yeah.
I don't know, I have to look at them again, geez, just to see what accessories they give with them. But it's more than what you get with a Black Series, right? But you know, the 3 3/4, it's I don't know, it's just weird. But anyway, so he's coming out. They're doing another Dr. Evazan, you know, and they're doing I think Ponda Baba's coming out, so Walrus Man.
Yeah.
And you're getting the street of the Cantina, you know, or you know, Tatooine or whatever, you know, Mos Eisley. So
I don't know if I talked about this. Some of
Hold
the
on,
new,
there's one last thing. Sorry,
Okay,
Bobby,
yep.
to cut you off. There's the 6-pack of the retro figures that they're doing, which
Yes,
I've ordered.
I've seen pictures of it.
Oh yeah, Everskill's on that. Nice. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, I get my retro Joe as okay. Never mind.
I'm looking to get some more Joe stuff at ICC.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I talked about this last week. Some of the new Star Wars Black Series and stuff that's coming out. Hold on a second.
Yes. Yeah, you're not allowed to buy Black Series, Bobby.
I kind of like the Black Series. Andor in the Sinear test pilot outfit, and of course Orson Krennic.
I believe John Graber's going to start collecting Black Series. He told me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to ask him about that.
Yeah, they're coming out with a Moff Gideon.
With or without mustache?
Without.
Okay.
See?
Yeah, clean shaven.
The figures look fantastic.
Yeah.
As far as I'm
detail.
concerned.
Yeah, it's nice.
Are all these mold injected, or are they 3D printed?
They're
The
mold
detail.
injected, I think, but
Yeah.
it's like, you know, I don't know where the 3D printing is, because that's all done with resin. I'm not this one guy I know, Layer Creations. This guy John knows that stuff so well. He's actually doing he just did the schematics for a sail barge, but 6-inch scale. So for the Black Series scale, he's working on it right now.
Coming out with a Praetorian Guard from The Last Jedi, and you know that Mando episode.
I don't even remember
And,
season 3. Oh, they're doing another Dooku?
Yeah.
I have him. And they're doing another one in Black Series. I hope it must be that much better.
Cloth
I don't mind
cape.
buying another.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd have to look at mine. I'm not sure. That's the problem when you start collecting. You start putting it all in boxes and Tupperware.
Is that photo? Is that like Photoshop to make, or is that the actual sword where it looks like it's blurred and move in motion?
It says signature lightsaber and swinging effects.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the
Okay,
hand,
there
you
you
can manipulate the hand or whatever. I think, but yeah, it looks like it.
No, I think it
can move. Like,
it's just wider
it's
piece.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just a wider piece of plastic. Yeah, that's cool though.
And then coming out with a
Probably
Kit
good.
Fisto Black Series.
Yeah, on the
but on the bubble
On the
card.
classic, on the classic Revenge of the Sith card. You know what I
Yeah.
find interesting is that most people that actually collect Black Series, they're like 40 and under. Like that's sort of
Yeah.
like 20 to 15 to say 40 is sort of like the majority of the demographic. But they don't
out
seem
with
to. They don't want to collect. They don't seem to want to go back and buy all this stuff like some of the younger
Yeah.
ones. Like you'd think that they would, but
Here's the new another R2D2 with all the different extendable arms and the rocket pods on the side, on the legs.
yeah, it's probably the same Return of the Jedi one that I just picked up, or they might have added some stuff. But
See,
oh, okay, actually, no,
Yeah.
they have. Yeah,
I might pick it up.
that's
R2
actually pretty cool. That was a funny
always
scene
cool.
in that movie.
And then this,
Revenge
the
of the
Imperial
Sith.
Armored Commando from Mandalorian season 3. I mean, that's a pretty cool looking figure.
Yeah, it is. I don't know why they're using not a live action photo though from the actual show.
Oh,
That's one thing I don't like on the card.
that on
I
that?
mean, it looks nice, but it's not. Yeah, that's not. That's a CGI.
Okay. Yeah.
Rendering. It's not
So, it's
directly
a cool
from.
looking figure though. And then
No,
I
I can't argue with you that.
Here you go, Pondo Baba with a
severed
recyclable
arm. I was going to ask that earlier.
Up, we got some more people. Mr. Graber.
Donna. Donna. Oh, wait a minute. It's coincidence you guys come in together.
Yeah.
We were busy.
Yeah, it came in at the same time.
We were busy.
Going
I
on?
see what's going on.
Yeah, we were just looking at all the figures here, John, and we were talking
They
about
need
how
to be
you're
open.
starting to
All of
collect
them need to be
Black
open.
Series.
Yeah.
I spit on Black
Crazy.
Series.
Oh.
Yeah, but these are the classic right here.
Yeah, it's the 3 3/4. See, they put him on a card, but see
Oh,
this
I like
one,
that.
here he is.
Yeah.
But they put him on a jumbo card.
Yeah.
And it's so a lot of carded collectors are just like, it's not even a deluxe. It should just be and now if you have them on the wall, it kind of messes things up, right? When you're going to that.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of complaint.
And he comes with a
that
cup of
way.
blue milk.
Not if you open them up.
Yeah, I mean, like that is not something that should be a deluxe figure.
Yeah.
I mean, charge an extra $1 or something. I don't know. It's just retarded.
Guess where I'm going tomorrow?
Nice card.
Oh,
Where
you're
you
going
going?
to that the one in Lexington?
Yep.
All right.
Cool.
Jason Isaacs.
All right, keep it in your pants, Donna. As soon as you pop in, you already got to take it into the gutter.
Yep.
This is a family show, Donna. This
Yes.
is a family-friendly show.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's your man, Donna, right there.
Yeah, 3 3/4. That's a beauty too. That's a
Balin
nice card
Skoll.
back. Hopefully they got his height correct.
Yeah.
That's a good figure. I'll get that for sure. That's a nice. That's nice. Looks good too.
I like this 501st Trooper.
I hope they
Shows
make him
up here.
make one with the new one. With that Rory guy that's going to take his
Yeah, they
spot.
will.
Oh, with Rory McCann. I wouldn't doubt if they do. I
They
wouldn't
will.
doubt it.
If,
Like,
if
they're
it's a
gonna
show,
make a
that's
figure
what
of
they will.
everybody.
Yeah.
I got him in order. Mine's not
Yeah,
as
looks-
big
he
as
looks
Donna's,
good.
but
Pretty detailed figure.
I can't believe
yeah,
he
that's-
passed.
And that's 3 3/4.
Yeah.
oh,
It's not
Do we
6
have-
inch. No.
do we have time for a spam call?
Uh-oh.
No.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, here we go. Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
This is U.S. Loan Services with an important update regarding your loan application. Your loan approval is nearly finalized.
Oh, good.
All
I
right.
need loan. I need money.
Of a few final details. To connect with our underwriting.
Oh, I got to connect. Should we
Help
connect?
you a long time, $5.
Oh, I don't want to connect. Then they'll know I'm a human. Dang it. Usually fun.
Yeah. So, but
That's
yeah,
what I
so
do too,
I'm
John.
looking forward to some of the new figures. I'm sure they're going to show more like at Celebration, and all. So should be pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, how are you folks doing?
A lot better today than I have in a for a whole week.
Oh, good.
Don and I came in at the same time. I'm smoking a cigarette.
Yep.
Oh boy.
I'm off of
Yeah, we see what's going on.
I am completely off of nicotine. I'm off of soda.
Oh,
I'm off of Monsters.
Oh, Monsters are so bad for you.
So how
I have gained 30 pounds in the last 2 months.
Wow. Yeah, I'm putting weight back on. I gotta get back on the horse. You know?
I mean, I just feed myself. I'm off sugar.
Yeah.
But I've been giving myself carbs. I can't do the whole thing.
Gary Ambrose, he sent me a thing today about fasting. I'm going to try it. Sis and I'm going to try it. But he doesn't.
I highly recommend it.
Really?
I've never done it.
Yeah.
Well,
now, how long do you fast for?
Let's see.
Well, there's some people that do 24 hours. There's some people that do 3 days. There's a 21-day fast, but that people's really hurt themselves doing it. That's where you have just water.
Oh, okay.
But some people do what's called a Daniel fast, and that's kind of the popular one.
Okay.
A Daniel fast is 21 days, and you eat vegan. But I refuse to eat vegan. So what I do is I do a Daniel fast, but I do with meat, all meat.
Okay.
Yeah.
And nothing else.
Yeah, but even vegans, you got to be careful what kind of vegetables you eat because a lot of them have sugar in them.
Yeah.
And that defeats the purpose of a fast.
Okay.
And then there's a 40-day, which is what the Catholics are doing right now.
Oh, because of Lent.
Well, they give up something that they crave. You know, they give up something for 40 days.
Yeah.
Which I get.
Yeah. And then no meat on Fridays, right?
Well,
no meat on
you can
Fridays.
eat fish, I think.
Yeah.
But not
yeah,
meat.
you can have fish, but like no other meat,
Yeah.
which I don't understand.
Yeah, I just screwed that up.
Even as born and raised as a Catholic, I never understood that. Because fish is just meat from the sea. You know.
But right now I did it in stages, you know.
Yeah.
I did it in stages, but I couldn't not have carbs. So I went off the low carb diet that I've been on for 3 years. And it just started coming back on, but I just can't stop. I mean, I've been eating bread. And they put me back in a walker. Oh, it's so embarrassing.
Damn.
So
You can do it. You've got the discipline. You can do it.
I know, but
It's
you
time.
know, but you know what? The best thing to do right now is to get myself off of soda, get myself off of not caffeine, because I have been drinking. Oh, I hate coffee, but I've been having a cup of coffee in the morning to stave off the migraines. But you guys got to understand, I would wake up and reach for a Monster, and I would drink one. And at noon, I would drink
so
another
much sugar. In one Monster, there's like 23 teaspoons of sugar.
Well, no, I was having the 0 sugar ones, but they still have aspartame
and then all that other crap.
and it's almost made the same way as your what is that fluid? Your in your car.
Antifreeze.
Antifreeze.
I don't. That has to do with ethylene glycol or propylene glycol.
It's stuff they put in air conditioners.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing as saying hydrogen peroxide is almost the same as water. You know, it's just another molecule.
Yeah, but it's
another
just
atom away.
But it's still bad for you to consume in your body. And I mean, I when I moved here, I have been on this journey for so long, but when it came to, I mean, I quit smoking. Then I went to the gum. I got addicted to the gum. And so what do?
You quit cold turkey.
Oh, well, I'm done.
Well,
Right here is unsweet iced tea.
Yeah,
there you go. A little
It's an ARC encounter.
Having some bottled water with a 0 sugar flavor packet in it.
There you go.
I drink all the time.
I did some research on those artificial sweeteners and stuff in 2020. I lost like 80 pounds that year.
Wow.
And I did a lot of fasting, worked my way up to 4 days by the end of it. But some of those sweeteners like erythritol and xylitol are probably two of the better ones because they don't trick your body into having an insulin response where it makes insulin, even though you don't really have sugar in your body. And the insulin just triggers your body to store fat. So those always look at that glycemic index on those, but
they revealed the cause of death of Gene Hackman and his wife.
I saw that. That was so strange.
Gene Hackman died of heart disease, but his wife died 1 week earlier, around February 11th, of hantavirus.
Yeah. Which they get from mice.
According to them, Hackman walked around the house with her body still in it, alerting nobody.
Did he have some Alzheimer's concerns?
I think so.
That is so crazy.
That he didn't contact anyone, or
he was one of my favorite actors.
You know what
That
I
sounds
thought?
odd.
I thought they had went to bed in their gas leak.
Yeah.
That's what I
carbon
was.
monoxide.
That's what
everyone
they
was
thought.
yeah.
But I don't know if you guys have seen the news today, like what's going on in Syria too.
No.
Radical Islamic militants, they're killing just like everybody. Yeah, even other Muslims. It's pretty bad.
Oh man.
Par for the course for those people.
Yeah, it's not good.
Is it part of
We need
Hamas
General
over
Graber.
I forget the name of the group, but and yeah, Donna, did you see the latest Harry Potter news?
Yes.
Yeah, what do you think?
Well, it depends on which news you're talking about, but yeah, they have officially race swapped Snape.
Yes, that's the. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm trying to be okay with it because Disney did that with what was it? The Lightning Thief, Percy Jackson.
Oh yeah.
Percy Jackson, Annabeth and Percy Jackson. She was a blonde and her eyes are gray like her mother, which is Athena, right? Her eyes are gray. And there's like a plot point with her eyes being gray. And so they race swapped her, and Annabeth was kind of not bossy, but just, gung-ho, right?
Yeah.
They girl bossed her. They got this black girl, which she was fine actress. She's fine, but she came off as kind of bitchy instead of girl boss.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then so it was like it pulled me out. I did watch the series, but it's not something that I would go back and buy Disney Plus to see Sea of Monsters, which is the next one, right? Which they're making now.
Yeah.
But going to Harry Potter, when you're talking Snape is, this is what bothers me, is Snape is purposefully
Hey, Sundowners, what's going on?
What is he? He's like he's like not a nerd, like a gothy, sallow, creepy guy, right?
Yeah.
He's not. Alan Rickman made him look good. Alan Rickman isn't exactly the most handsome guy, but it was because he has those eyes, which made him Snape. Because he just spoke with his eyeballs.
Yeah.
He would act with his eyeballs. And this guy, if you've seen a picture of him and you're like, okay, first of all, the dude is he's very good looking black man. You know what I mean? And so I
don't know what you mean. But I think I know what you mean.
But I just...
Oh, Jesus. Jesus, I'm down. That's messed up.
That is funny. That is funny. That is funny. But I just think that they're having to add so much in Harry Potter. They're going to have add to make a whole season of book one. They're going to have to add a lot to it, because the movie and the book there's not much difference there. So to make a full season, they're going to have to add something to it. Well, they have some really good black characters in Harry Potter. One of them who is kind of one of the heroes at the end. He was like the head of they could bring him in and give him some plot points, because maybe he's, looking after Harry, because we find out later that there's more eyes on Harry than people really thought from the beginning, right?
I haven't watched it yet, but I guess DA made a video all about it.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that it's kind of sad. It's sad.
I mean, I've never seen any of the Harry Potter films,
but
or read the books.
And they turned around and gave Dumbledore to not a British man.
Yeah, John Lithgow.
John Lithgow.
Yeah.
Which he did a really good job as, and he did Third Rock for so long, and he's really a comedic.
He's done, accents, all kinds before. Yeah. So, and John Lithgow's a hell of an actor.
So I think that's a good one. But then who they're getting for Petunia, which is the icky. Well, actually, it's almost fitting. Fleabag. You guys know who I'm talking about. The Fleabag.
Oh, the girl from Indiana Jones.
Yes.
Oh,
Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge is playing.
Oh yeah. Oh God, I hate that.
He's playing, and so it's kind of fitting because we're not supposed to like Petunia. So.
Okay, so anyways, what do you give the show out of 10, Donna?
What show?
That you're watching? Like, this is like the new show, or is it?
It's gonna be a new show.
It's gonna be a new show.
Oh, you haven't even watched it yet? Okay.
No. But,
come out?
Me, Mattuine, and Rogue Sarge are watching House of David, and it's pretty good.
I have to watch episode 4 this weekend.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
You know what's amazing about that show is I don't know when they filmed it, before or after what happened in Israel. But there
Oh,
are the
yeah.
Israeli, there are Palestinian, and there are Arab actors all in that movie or in that show.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine what they went through if they started filming this after that happened. You know, how could you? I mean, it
I'm
takes
sure,
a special group of people to get along and put all that stuff
Usually
aside.
on IMDb, they list like when it
No,
started
there's-
production and
Oh,
where
okay.
and
I'm just saying it's a good adaptation. I only have one huge complaint about it, and oh well. You know.
yeah.
In
But
Israel, they have like 1 million Arabs that live inside Israel. I think.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is
there's like you know,
There's
Israeli
a
Arabs.
large,
Yep.
yeah, there's a lot
that's
of
a melting pot
there's a
there.
large pool.
Oh, yeah.
There's a large pool to extrapolate actors.
Which
from.
I kind of count too. I counted them separately, you know, Palestinian and Arab, but a lot of Palestinians are Muslim.
Well, like
But-
look at what do you call it? Ridley Scott's Kingdom of Heaven. When that came out, that was like 2004, 2005. You know, it's like the height of like Iraq and Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And in that movie, you had actors from, you know, Israel, Syria, Jordan, Egypt, you know, others from North Africa and stuff. I mean, talk about a melting pot. And I mean, it didn't do too well in the theaters, but there was like really no controversy about it. And plus, I think I thought it was a probably Ridley Scott's last good film, especially the director's cut.
Yeah, House of Day is good.
Yeah, I gotta watch the 4th episode this weekend. Maybe when I'm cleaning one of my guns, I'll watch it on the iPad or something.
Nice.
No,
Yeah.
It's worth a watch. And you guys have to remember that, you know, when I was flying the world, a lot of times when you fly in and you're meeting the people, the actual people,
Yeah.
they have a lot of different. I mean, they just because their government is a bunch of assholes does not mean, excuse
Yeah.
my French, but it doesn't mean that the people are reasonable or whatever. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, like all those people up in Canada.
Yeah, we're planning on invading you guys now.
Well, not the people, but the government up in Canada.
The government.
No, the people too. The people are planning on invading America. We're going to come down. It's going to be. What do you guys
Bring
call us
syrup.
again?
Hey, I'm going to hit
Not
you with my
website.
hockey stick, eh?
Yeah, bring syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. Grab you some syrup.
Yeah, really.
You
we're
guys
riding
can
on
have-
berries.
We'll send all of our actors up there, and then all of your normal people come down.
There's a lot of land up here that it's got a lot of resources.
Donna, there's a
that
message
are-
for you from John.
Shift in. Oh, that's nice. Of you.
You're so wonderful, so wonderful.
No, Alberta. I don't know if you guys heard. Alberta is just sent a delegation down to Trump to see if they can start the process of becoming a 51st state.
Oh, are they serious?
And the
about
party
that?
that
I saw
signed-
that some of the
Yeah,
lawmakers
oh, that's not,
in
dude,
Alberta.
that's not a joke. No, that's not a joke. Like, there's
They're
like a lot of
seceding?
people.
They're going to secede from Canada?
Yeah, they want
Well,
a petition
yeah,
to
they-
become the 51st state.
Well, they
Half
have to.
of
They have to do a
Morganton is trying to turn into Idaho.
We're taking all of Canada.
They have to do a referendum, right?
Yeah.
So there's a process, but they want to see what they're being official. Anyways, the guy that's doing it is a lawyer, and he's got like 80,000 members just in Alberta.
Yeah, I
of
saw
it.
something on
Yeah, there's-
X about that.
Like there is, I would say there's probably a good 30-40% that would vote easily to go to the United States and Alberta, and the numbers are going up, I would think.
Wow.
So there's enough. And then one of the things that would happen since Alberta is so oil rich is they wouldn't have to send their transfer payments because, to the East Coast, which is like Quebec and Nova Scotia and all that. So they don't want to pay that anymore. So, and then they would just open that pipeline straight down to the United States, and there would be a huge boom there. So it would be a huge benefit to the United States to have Alberta. And then the other thing that would happen is you'd probably have a ton of people over in Ontario would start selling their houses and moving over to Alberta. Like there's a lot of people that would that are kind of done with the Canadian thing. Like that's a real thing now.
Yeah.
It's always been in the background in Canadians, because I think the problem with Canada is that they base their nationalism on saying, oh, we're not Americans for the last 40 or 50 years, to the point where it's you've eaten your own tail kind of thing, like a snake, I think. But so anyways, we're coming. John, I'm moving in.
I think it's funny. I think it's funny that they're all upset about tariffs and stuff, but Canada, all their dairy that they sell to us is already doubled. I mean, it's like 200% tariffed. And so it's like,
we have
don't understand.
the other thing is we have a dairy cartel in the, so it's everything is all like it's ridiculous. Like it's just a lot of Canadians are like, you see them on the news and stuff like that, but that's just our mainstream media. They go to the people that give them the, and they build that sort of like really where they
William Shatner, also great Canadian.
Where you have all the anti kind of American type of stuff, it would be mostly it's like Ottawa, Toronto, and then Quebec's it's they always play that game, and so that's where you have. But if Alberta goes, Canada will break up. Canada's done.
Really?
100%. Canada won't the Confederation won't last. So if Trump's serious and he wants to absorb Canada or at least make that economic union, which would be a good thing for the United States and Canada.
Did you know that King Charles has been wearing his Canadian decorations?
I saw something about that.
Yeah, for the last week, he's I'm pissed off at him right now. I mean, I love my British royal family. Ugh.
How do we go to war against them?
Did you know
I stopped caring about what England thought, like after 1776.
Did you see
what happened around Bob's area? I think.
Did you see what King Charles did?
No, what did he do?
Buckingham Palace, a palace that was built by William the IV. Oh man, I'm so pissed. He
brought Muslims in there.
We brought Muslims in there, and they celebrated Ramadan in the palace.
Oh, I saw it. Yeah.
Right. I mean, right underneath.
Sure.
And they they covered up the crosses and all. But he is, and whether you agree with it or not, he is one of his titles is Defender of the Faith. Defender of the Faith.
Well, years ago, Donna, he made a speech saying Defender of the Faiths, plural.
Yeah, we wanted to be Defender of Faith.
Now, in 1988 or 1989, like he made speeches on Islam, I guess when he graduated at a university or whatever, but there's a history, that's very peculiar. Some people just say he's just pivoting to the Muslims because, he sees that as the future demographic of Europe, because you have all these European leaders that, they're bringing in so many of them. The Muslim population in, I think, the UK, or at least England's around 7%, not including
it's 12%.
All the undocumented.
It's 12%.
Pardon me?
12%.
Yeah, well, if you calculate, they said 7% officially. But
I just saw Michael Havens of ICC Con is live on Pop the Bounty Collector channel.
Yeah, I don't know.
Going to reveal another guest tonight.
Has he done it yet? Or no?
Wesley.
I don't think so.
I agree, Sundowners. Now I do. I've always loved King Charles, even Prince.
All the kings aren't as great as our king, Elvis Presley.
That's right.
And peanut butter and nanner sandwiches.
Nanner.
Well, if you follow the actual lineage of the King of England, the House of Windsor, they're not even really. They seem to. They trace their lineage to the Middle East, so they're not even directly European.
They're German.
No, they're not. No, they're not German. That's Saxe-Gotha, which they have that name, but it's if you actually, I'll send you some links on it. Anyways, what's his name there? King Charles. That's why King Charles has always been going to places like Turkey and those types of countries because their lineage actually goes to the Middle East. They're not a direct line of European monarchy, and he's made statements to that fact. So it's not like I'm just pulling this out of the ether or whatever. But Prussia and Arabia.
He's a direct descendant to oh goodness, Henry VII.
Well, enough about those.
Apparently, the actual king of England, the rightful heir, right now is in Australia right now.
It depends.
And he was for.
It depends if you believe that they would have. Yes, I know all of that, but they had a law against having Catholic.
Well, whatever. The guy is not either which way. He's not defending England. He's not defending the culture for the last 50, 60 years. I don't know what else to really say. From a British point of view, you could throw the word. It's very peculiar to say the least. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, it is peculiar. Henry VII was a conquering king, and he hated to be called Henry Tudor.
I'm Henry VIII. I am Henry VIII. I am. I got married to the widow next door. She's been married 7 times before, and everyone was an Henry. Henry never was a Willie or a Sam. No, Sam. I'm a Wraithful man. I'm Henry. Henry VIII. I am. Second verse, same as the first. Remember that song?
Yes. I love Henry VIII, though. That's awesome history. It's just, and you know what's funny is whenever they make a movie or a show about it,
Jesus. Islamists in Syria dropping firebombs on civilian communities, dropping them from helicopters. They're targeting Christians, the Druze, and Alawites of Syria.
Yep.
That's sad.
So Rogue,
that's all backed, and that's all backed by Recep Erdogan, the Turkish leader there.
Yeah. What were you going to say, John?
So why don't we just go in and wipe them out? What holds us back from that?
Well,
civilians.
It's another Syrian civil war. Yeah, I mean you'd have too much collateral damage. It's none of our business. We shouldn't get mired down in another Middle Eastern war.
I agree with that.
Same thing with like what's going on in Europe right now. Trump is trying to work a peace to end the war in Ukraine, but it's like all the other nations in Europe, they want to support Ukraine, and it's like, well, if you want to keep the war going, you guys are on your own. It's a European thing. We should leave NATO. The whole purpose of NATO became obsolete at the end of the Cold War. And I know because I was in the Army and NATO and all that. And yeah, we should pull out of NATO. Fuck that Article 5 shit. We shouldn't put one U.S. boot on the ground in Ukraine. We shouldn't even support them monetarily. It's a European thing.
Okay, so if we pull out of all of Europe, what about Israel? Are you gonna what's your stance on that?
See,
if you don't want to get involved in Middle Eastern wars,
yeah,
and then you're
that's
not
the
going to,
thing too.
you know what
With
I mean?
supplying Israel with arms, weapons.
Israel knows how to say thank you.
Yeah, this is true.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
They're probably our greatest ally in the Middle East, but
no, actually, no. You know who our greatest ally is in the Middle East?
Who?
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
Why do you think they're supplying stuff to Israel also?
Yeah. I mean,
yes, I've been there too. Tell them
the Three Musketeers bar in Defiance. Oh, Jesus.
Who's buried? Hey, sundowners, who's buried with Elizabeth I? Who's buried in her tomb?
Her dog.
Her sister Mary.
Oh, her son.
Queen Mary and her.
Shocked about that because it makes no sense. But I'm not. It's not about the money.
Well, Donna, what's your connection to the English monarchy or to the British monarchy? Why do you like it?
Why do I like it? Okay, so I was stationed in.
You have a German last name, don't you?
Yeah, for 4 years.
Yeah.
For 4 years, and so almost at least once a month, I would take a little mini vacay, go off to see castles, go, and so I just started reading about the monarchs and all of that, and I was there when Diana died, when she was killed.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just the pomp and circumstance, and before I even did that, my grandmother, I had brought her to England, but my grandmother, she was World War II, and all of that. She loved Elizabeth, and she would have talk about her all the time. She was like a fan. So it just now I like
Britney Spears of her time. I forgot I had a good question to ask you, but
as far as my last name, if you know your history, you know what I'm saying. There are a lot of Hergenrethers in Argentina.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Hiding out from war crimes?
Yeah, Donna.
Yeah, all the Nazis fled down there.
My family had come. My great grandfather came before, and my grandfather came before World War II.
Got some of that Boys of Brazil going on down there.
Boys of Brazil.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Speaking of Brazil, do you have a Brazil wax, Donna?
No. None of your business.
Well, okay, it's not. I'm just asking the question.
Yeah. Another report.
Well, I heard. Actually, hold on. Sorry, Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry to what you were saying about pulling out of Europe. I heard. I don't know if it's true, but United States has just moved 35,000 troops apparently from.
I was just gonna say,
Germany.
Trump considers pulling 35,000 troops out of Germany and redeploying them to Hungary. So, because that's about what we have left in Germany. I mean, a good chunk of them, because I think Germany was talking about kicking us out. So, hey, if we do have to have a presence in Europe, let us at least be in a country that's friendly to us. Germany seems to want to kind of break away from having us protect them since Second World War. So, hey, I'm all for that. You don't want us there? We'll leave. So, I don't know. Oh, and
I'm not in Spain.
I gotta find it. let me find a classic comedy is coming back to theaters. Germans ain't doing shit. We will stick their sauerkraut up their ass. Yep. Hold on a second.
Matt Ween's got to take off.
No,
all right.
You got to see that, Rogue?
Yeah, sorry guys, I got two calls back to back here.
Oh, all right. Have a good night. Thanks for joining
All
us,
right.
sir.
You too. See you guys later.
Yeah. What do you call it?
Donna, are you going to buy the 3 3/4 Balin skull figure or what?
It's not big enough.
Brown, you need one.
No, that one's not that good. The new one's better. Just so you know that. And it's John's scale, John Graber. Scale.
Yeah.
I was just going to say for all of you Monty Python fans, Monty Python and the Holy Grail 50th anniversary is coming back to theaters on May 5th.
I would go see that.
I would go see it on the big screen again.
Yes. I would.
Because I saw it in high school at the drive-in across the street.
Yeah, I love Monty Python growing up. It was just, my favorite thing about Monty Python is they would do skits and now for something completely different and just go on to something else. I just absolutely love that.
Yeah. So, I think I'm going to have to go see it. Sean. Yeah, Holy Grail last week. It is, classic.
Yep.
And then was it about 6 months ago? I watched. Was it Life of Brian?
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
You should watch that one, John. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'd watch that. I don't think I don't know.
Okay. But all right, folks, we've been going about an hour and a half. I think I'm going to end this. I got some stuff
nice
to
to
do.
see you guys.
Here, let me.
Glad you're feeling better.
Let me throw this in here because I got it on my TV. He hasn't announced it yet, but here's the
what is it?
Link that Michael's on, and they're supposed to announce a guest, I guess.
Yeah, he put a link on their Facebook page to the show.
But I don't think I got it turned way down, so I don't think he's done it yet.
Yep.
Well, thank you, sir.
It's only a flesh wound. Yep. All right. Yeah, I'm glad you guys joined us. Were able to join us. It was we talked about
that come out.
What's that? What's the matter, Donna?
I don't have it. Okay.
What?
Everybody that attends.
Well, Graber dropped a thing, and I don't have the link.
It won't go to it.
It wasn't in chat.
You probably have to
I'll do it in private. It won't do it on the.
Donna, if you go on their Facebook, the ICC Facebook, the link is right there.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I can't.
Okay.
All right, guys.
All right.
See you guys.
So,
Nice seeing you guys.
All right, let me end this stream and we will call it a night. If you like what you see here, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to never miss an episode, and thanks for watching.